So, Boku no Hero has taken the anime community by storm, recently dominating book sales in the US and becoming the new big three in Japan. After experiencing about 3 seasons of the show, it's clear to see why this anime has become the behemoth that it has. The brain behind this show is Kohi Horikoshi, sorry if I butchered the name, and serialization began on the 7th of July all the way back in 2014, when I was 17, and has spawned games, a movie, and an anime. This anime has gone to create a huge community, and has become extremely popular in conventions, with an abundance of merchandise and cosplayers. Weebs! I started watching the series in 2016, and I got captivated immediately by its cast of characters and the vibe that it sets. Disclaimer, I will only be talking about the anime, since I don't plan on reading the manga until the series is over. Please don't spoil it for me. So let's dive in and explore the absolute brilliance of Boku no Hero. Izuku Midoriya is a character I believe that everyone can relate to at least a little bit. He's someone who wants more for his life and to achieve what is seemingly impossible against the overwhelming amount of odds against it. In the world of My Hero Academia, some individuals are blessed with a quirk, a unique superpower with a very specific ability, such as ice manipulation, jet engine legs, and even a laser that comes out of the belly button. The best things about these quirks is the fact that they also possess a weakness, such as the naval laser making the user feel sick. This makes them seem more to me like talents that need to be developed. But it gets better. All these quirks have some level of pseudoscience to explain the origins of the powers, like Bakugo's sweat acting as a catalyst to ignite devastating flames. Individuals with these powers can attend school to become heroes. The main character of the series is Midoriya, and he is born without a quirk despite his passion to be like All Might and become the greatest hero of all time. After an encounter with All Might recognizes and sees in Izuku what no one else could, not even his mother. Bravery and courage to fight whilst being completely powerless. This turning point launched Izuku's journey to achieve his dream. As I said, Izuku is a relatable character, and this is more evident through his development. He begins the series humble, determined, but lacking in confidence. A clear way to see this is through the openings. Mother's Basement made a great video explaining this, so check him out. Simply put, the first opening shows Izuku looking up to All Might, slowly transitioning to him standing side by side with him in later openings, acting as a metaphor for his character development. Bakugo, my favorite character, is the antithesis of Izuku. He's cocky, brash, and abrupt, but very talented, and he knows how to use his quirk at a high level from an early age. Though he is not a perfect character, he has many pent-up issues which manifest in his behavior, which he tries to make peace with throughout the show, whether he wants to or not. In my opinion, he's a great representation of the negative side of masculinity that society projects towards us, and what we need to do to avoid letting it consume us. For something to be engaging and gripping, it has to have tension with a layer of unpredictability. My Hero Academia has this in spades. A common trope of shonen anime is making their characters so OP that you know they're gonna win, which leads to quite a boring watch. The moment this hit was after an intense battle with All Might and All for One. I was certain All Might was gonna die, or at the very least sacrifice his life. This is because All Might's slow degradation of power was prevalent from the very first season, and his end was heavily foreshadowed. But to mine and everyone's surprise, All Might barely clutched a victory by sacrificing the little power he had left. Why did I think he was gonna die? Well, because mentors in anime dying is extremely common. And Boku no Hero breaks this mold. I can think of many examples like the festival where Izuku loses in the semi-finals after a great battle, and I can't remember the last time an anime protagonist properly lost, and that soon. Instead it served as a lesson and showed us that more progress needs to happen in order for him to become a great hero. And it's a breath of fresh air. This leads me on to the fights and hype moment. Given the unique quirks, all the characters have a very unique approach to combat. Izuku early on relies on a few devastating flicks of his finger, and they break due to his sheer power. Uraka can create anti-gravity with a touch, meaning she has to get in close and not get hit. Like Hitoshi, who can brainwash their opponents if they don't respond to his questions. It's mad. This means that fights have a lot of strategy, and they don't boil down to mindless beatdowns where the fighter with the most power, ki, chakra, mana, insert energy label here, are the victors. I don't remember the last time I screamed so much after watching Izuku fight Muscle, and I was most definitely not disappointed with the result. It was so fucking good. At first glance, it seems like a shallow, done-before concept. I mean, it makes sense, right? Heroes and villains are a subject as old as time. But My Hero Aka freshens out this idea so it feels brand new. All the characters in this world have their own motivations for wanting to become a hero. Hell, some of the characters reject societal structure and self-righteousness of heroes at a philosophical level that they become villains. The most interesting ideas come from the villains. The best example of this is the hero killer known as Stain. Stain sees most heroes as selfish and only driven to commit good for money and fame. Does that sound familiar to you? Which in his eyes is no good at all. I really like how this show also has civilians. Similar to The Incredibles, as their presence creates the demand for the heroes, and these heroes are balanced out by the villains. As more characters are introduced, I look forward to seeing what their unique quirk would have. A lot of the time, that quirk would match aspects of their personality. For example, Todoroki's ice and his cool, calm, collected persona, or Koda's love for animals and his ability to talk to them. Genuinely, I'm not surprised that this manga and this show is doing so well. The pacing of the show is only matched by the colourful cast of characters within an ever-developing world and story. Without hesitation, I can say that My Hero Academia is one of the greatest shonen animes of the 2010s, if not the best. There's way more to come, and I can't wait to watch the rest of Izuku's journey to become the greatest hero. I've been Solance, signing off.
Hesitating, gravitating, not being sober, Lance's back in, years taken over.